Hey, what's poppin'? It's the girl, the homie Sydney. We are back live on the Kickback Sessions on 1 AM radio, powered by Yes Jules. Ebon Lurks is in the building.
Yo.
What's
up, man?
What's
Thank you guys
good?
for having me.
Thank you.
What's poppin'? Homegirl Sydney.
We here.
Thank you for having me.
How are you? What's good?
Doing amazing. Kind of just left doing a little rehearsal for a show I got coming up.
I saw the Peppermint Club.
Yeah, the
right?
Peppermint Club Thursday.
How long you been doing music?
Well, almost. I would say I've always loved music, you know, but I think taking it seriously, coming up on 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, I'm 22.
Okay, fast. What made you decide, like, yo, I can actually start taking this shit seriously?
Wow. I think it was YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. You know, Bieber kind of started that whole run where everybody.
That's why I used to be on YouTube heavy.
Yeah.
I used to watch his covers.
So it kind of inspired me with that,
yeah.
like what he did with that and how he was able to just. After Bieber became Justin Bieber, everybody went on YouTube.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing that. So I was like,
doing the covers.
And I did it for fun.
Facts.
Because I was playing sports. Actually, I was doing baseball.
Baseball.
Pretty much my.
And were you told like I gotta go into sports? Like you were pressured into that, or
no?
Was like,
I just grew up thinking like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life is sports and baseball, and then
music just.
I've always liked singing, but then I just got on YouTube and I was like, okay, I'm gonna post a cover, and then like. I think I got like 1,000 views in a month, and I was like, oh.
Oh, poppin'.
I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, don't talk to me. Don't talk to
Nice.
me. And then people just commenting like, yo, keep going. I just kept going, and now 9 years later, so.
9 years still doing it. So growing up, you grew up where?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That's interesting.
Yeah. What's
growing up in Tulsa, Oklahoma like?
Man, there's not a lot to do at all. We don't got.
What's like an average Saturday?
Well. Before I turned 21, it was just hanging out with friends. But then once I turned, you know, older enough to go to the bars,
out here.
It was definitely hitting the bars and stuff. But there's not much to do, so you kind of just make the most out of it. Play sports, hang out with your friends.
Hang out with your friends, cool. Yeah. So, music-wise, is there a music scene really in Oklahoma?
Not at all.
Like, how'd you really figure out how to express myself?
Not to be biased, I'm not trying to boost right now. I feel like I kind of started it though.
Oh, you popping?
No, I feel like I definitely started it. Once I kind of started doing it like that.
Yeah.
A lot more people, you know, my homies, they started doing it, and then it's just now I feel like everyone is doing music regardless if it's in Tulsa or wherever it is. I think everyone's on that. You know, I'm gonna be a rapper. I want to do this.
To where there are really places and areas to express yourself.
No, I never performed in Tulsa.
Interesting.
Nah.
So when you
actually had one show.
Really, one show? How was that one show?
It was cool. Some people showed up, and it was at a hotel, but there wasn't anything like out here that you experience.
Interesting. So when did you move out here?
My first time I moved out here was probably like 2 years ago. I stayed out here for like a year and a half, and I just couldn't, it was too fast for me, especially coming from Oklahoma, and I feel like I just didn't focus how I should, and I moved back. But I recently moved back in January, so it's been like 8 months.
So your first experience when you were out here, you loved the idea of LA?
Yeah.
But was it hard to focus? It was hard to lock in.
It was like exactly how you see in the movies and stuff. I was kind of introduced to some people who were in that realm, in that world, and I was always with them and doing stuff, and even lived with them, and it was just a lot for me. I didn't really focus on what I felt like I should have focused on. I felt like I wasn't really in the right place. So I just went back home and regrouped. And as 2 years later, I was like, I have to make the movie. I got to.
What was that? What were those 2 years like? Like when you're transitioning, trying to figure out, okay, I'm doing this.
I think the 2 years of me going back home was really not even music, really. It was more so like, where am I at right now in life, you know? 'Cause especially when you start doing this at a young age, and you go through it for years and years, and you have so many ups and so many downs and so many, fails, whatever. You kind of just take a second to think about it, and I was just kind of just regroup and find out who I was as a person, because I felt like at that time I didn't really know, and it's hard to express yourself.
Agreed.
In music, if you don't know who you are,
I think that's a fundamental part that people always lose, because I think with music, like, I'm assuming you're right.
Yeah, for sure.
Your shit feels so authentic.
Yeah.
I feel like writers have to know themselves. They have to spend time really getting to know themselves, figuring them out, allowing them to go through all the emotions and experiences, and come back ready full throttle.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So I think that
what
journey
that space was.
It
kind of just definitely was necessary, and I understood why I went through that phase, and it just definitely has made me who I am now, and made me the artist I am now, and pretty much know who I am, who I want to be as an artist. So it was needed, and now I'm out here, and things are things are doing well. So
how's it been?
It's been good. You know, ever since I got off the 4, things have been really going pretty crazy. So and even that was so random. I've always been opposed like TV singing shows because I just feel like it's a bad look. But I did my research, looked at the 4. I was like, you know, it's kind of different. And on top of it, it's not just some random judges. You got like Diddy and Khaled and et cetera, et cetera.
Less than the bottom. Facts though, I feel like that was so interesting, like kind of transitioning into being from a small town and going to TV, doing the 4, like that experience had to be wild.
Yeah, it was one of the moments where I don't even remember. Remember the whole experience because it was so.
The show was so new too.
Yeah.
So it was like really a whole ass new kind of dive you're going to creatively. Because the whole it's. I don't want to say it's not scripted. The 4 is not scripted, but it's kind of like it's manufactured, kind of like how the show runs. You know, like the music you do, all that kind of stuff.
And for me, I was like the most of the people in the show, most people in singing shows, they're like belters, like Will singers. No, that wasn't my my wave or what I was doing on the show. So it was a little different for me. And you know, like I said, the whole TV thing, like just that whole. If you've ever been in that TV life or whatever.
I have not, but I feel you.
Yeah, it's very different. And but above all, man, the experience was amazing.
True.
The exposure it gave me was amazing. And
I'm
super blessed for it, but
you're moving on different things. I actually heard about you through my homie J-Main from R&B. So I fuck with them heavy, and I always go to them like, yo, y'all are so in tune to what's going on in R&B. I love to like send them stuff. J-Man always be like, yo, you need them on your show. Different people. And he said this about you recently, and I was like, okay, let me listen to his shit. Let me figure it out. And I immediately was like, yo, you're fire, bro. Like, the way you write is so real. It's so authentic, and it feels good. You have this song called Twisted. I really enjoyed that. I wanted to play. Can we do that?
Yeah, probably.
That new song is fire. So you dropped that today.
We just dropped it today.
You dropped that fire today. Ain't no extinguisher?
No. No.
I'm corny.
No, I liked it though.
Yo, so when'd you write that?
February 18th, 1996.
Okay.
You said when's my birthday, right?
No, I didn't say that. Okay, we can talk about astrology. We can speak
I thought you said when's your birthday.
I didn't say
you heard
that.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody
I thought you said when'd you drop that. I said when'd you drop that.
Oh, literally today.
No. I said when'd you write that?
Oh, man. I guess I'm having hair problems.
No, we all messed up.
When I write that, I want to say 3 weeks to a month ago.
Facts. What inspired that record?
Like coming off the show, I had like, you know, a lot of people kind of treat me different, you know, especially people back home or just girls who maybe I used to try to talk to who would never hit me back, then hit me up. So I was like, I wrote a song about it, and basically I was like, you know, she wanna ride on my wave now, which is basically the hook. Basically saying like, you know, I understand what you're doing, I get the game, but you're not really for me. I'm gonna play it too because I'm just trying to use you in the same sense because I just want it.
I feel like that's the story of LA.
Yeah, for sure. I could say
honestly.
That. Yeah. And that's just how I was feeling. So.
Yeah. What's your writing process like in general?
So, let's say I hear a beat. The beat has to catch my attention in the first 5 seconds,
period.
or it's just kind of like whatever. And then I'll just like, you know, start singing random melodies. I'll get a melody down before I even get lyrics first. I'll get a solid melody through the whole song, first hook and second hook. Even if nothing, I'll just mumble like just a melody. And then once I have that remembered, the writing process just starts. And
when you were younger, were you immediately drawn to lyrics first or beats when you got experience with music?
I think the whole piece of it.
Interesting.
Honestly, like, you know, because the beat has to make you feel kind of way too, but what they're talking about, what they're saying, definitely has to match with that. So I would, you know, and maybe like, you know, nowadays I hear a lot of people say that they don't care about the lyrics, kind of how the beat moves them. That's what
for me too. Like people. I grew up mainly lyrics based, but the beat is always what keeps me in the song. Yeah. But the lyrics is what takes me away. Yeah. Like I always remember the lyrics more than I remember the beat, but as you were saying earlier, like the combination of everything is what keeps everything together.
Yeah, for sure. So I don't know. A lot of people are just into beats right now, and that's cool. But I think I'm more of a lyricist person than anything.
And I think that explains why the lyrics in your most recent album, Sorry I'm Late, were so fire.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When did you start writing that project?
I actually have 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Kiss on Twisted, all my exes. Is that 3? We have 3 on there that we wrote?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 on there that I wrote, honestly.
Where?
Kissing on My Neck, Twisted, and All My Exes. Okay. So the other ones were by this dope dude named Pendrick.
Where? Pendrick,
yeah,
for real?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. I met him. I worked for Sweetie. So Pendrick did a couple sessions with Sweetie.
Yeah.
And I met Pendrick. He's so fire. That's a great collaboration. I didn't even know that. That's dope.
Pendrick's dope. So connected with him months ago, and we've just been riding and building a dope relationship. So I think he's super dope.
What was your favorite album from that project?
Favorite song from the whole project? I'm gonna have to go with Twisted.
Twisted, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a banger every time. Even it's like almost a year old, but even when I listen to it now, it still feels brand new. What
made that song special for you?
So writing it was like pretty crazy because it's a Keith Sweat remix, you know. It's a Keith Sweat sample. But when I was writing it, I'm not gonna lie, I knew who Keith Sweat was, but I knew Keith Sweat from nobody. Okay. So I didn't know he even had a song called Twisted. So when I was writing it, I named the song Twisted, and then I found out that it was a sample to Twisted. So I was like, this is the one. Then this is not a coincidence. And then, like I said, on top of it, he hit me up about it. I got a phone call from him. And he was like, you know, his son's really rocking me heavy and all that. His daughters really like the song, and you know, he just called me and basically told me the record was fire and wanted to do some stuff. So that was dope for me too, because when I wrote it, I didn't expect that to happen at all. But it's been dope, and I think it's like the first record I got like a couple million streams on. So I was like,
how did it feel to get your first million streams?
You know, I'm super grateful. I'm super blessed for it. But I feel like as an artist, like you said, your standards. I heard Quincy Jones say this one time. Like, you know, you dream so big that you can never, you know, like be too satisfied. So it's like, you know, that million was dope. I wanted to have like 50 million. I want 100 million. But even then, when I get that, I probably still won't be satisfied because what I set myself on platform wise and music wise is just. I want to be the biggest in the world, so if I'm not reaching that standard, then it's kind of just like, that's cool, but let's keep going. But I'm super blessed for, like, all in all, that's dope. And
hearing feedback from the album, how has that been?
Amazing. Ever since, like, you know, right after the show, I think I dropped it like a week later. So a lot of eyes were on it at that time, and a lot of people just came up to me and was like, yo, some people had people hit me up about it, you know, said it's got them through things, or they bump it all the time, and that's just, you know, that feels good to hear. But like I said, I dropped that like a month ago, and I'm already about to just keep dropping.
Keep going, just keep building. There's a song in there I really loved, All My Exes.
That's one that we wrote. Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's why I was like, yo, the writing is crazy. It was weird because the way I am with music, as I was saying, like, I'm immediately drawn to lyrics. So I always have standout songs from every album where I'm like, yo, these lyrics mean so much to me. I can tell how much it meant to the person that wrote it.
Yeah, you know what? Starting it, dude started the first verse.
Oh, word.
Our guy over here. It's my manager.
Okay.
Yeah, he has a little pen game too. So he started the first verse, and I was like, bro, this is fucking hard.
Yeah.
And we just went off of it, and
just kept going.
It was a trap beat.
But it worked though, bro. It worked. Clearly.
Some producer changed it to like an up-tempo beat, and it went with the song perfect. So it was like gold.
Let's play that.
Yeah, we run it.
Yeah, let's run that. What can we expect from you coming up next? What's going on?
You know what? Honestly, I'm trying to take over right now. So I'm trying to drop a song every week this month of October.
Every week?
Every week.
I told you was big. I told you was. I can't even. My headphones just came out. I told you was big popping. And I'm surprised you're dropping music.
Yeah,
every week.
And visuals with it. This is my dude David over here. Shout out to David.
Hey David, what's good?
Get visuals with it, music videos, and just non-stop, you know.
Hell yeah.
Non-stop right now. So.
What keeps you going at the end of the day? Like, what keeps you still inspired to just keep making more music? You
know, I would say it's something that God has just placed in me to just know that this is what I'm supposed to do. That I'm supposed to do it real big at that too. And you know, even though all the things that happen with music, and if you're an artist or whatever you do, man, acting, whatever it is, you know how many times you fell and get those no's. And well, I just feel like when you know your purpose or destiny, it's something you can't run from. It's something that you know you can't really hide or give up on. So I just feel like even through the whole 9 years I've been chasing this, now I have like, the eyes on me, like with labels or whatever the case may be. And
do you want to sign?
Eventually.
Eventually.
I think it's about to happen. But I'm just trying to be patient with it and just make sure it's the right thing for me in the right position. But that's the ultimate goal, is to, you know,
to sign.
Yeah.
As an artist that's budding, how has it been staying with the creative camp, building just your smaller creative camp? Does that feel always rewarding, or sometimes it's like, man, like,
it's a lot.
It's difficult.
And it's not even a camp. It's me and this dude.
I can only imagine every day is a learning experience, and also successes, failures, and like just lessons every day.
It's definitely tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially like, I feel like when you're super close to getting like, you know, that one thing that you wanted for so long, it gets even more like impatient and stressful. And lately we kind of just been going like, you know, do it, but we just had to remind ourselves like, this is what happens, so what it comes with. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I am about to sign. Couldn't tell you with who.
I'm not gonna ask you. I already know how this shit goes.
But you know, it just has to gonna be in God's plan. And
it's always in God's plan.
And see what happens, man. But I think that since it has been him and I for so long, we've done. You always can do more, you know. But I think we've done what we personally can do.
From an independent standpoint,
you know,
like
for me to get to that next level,
you need that. I'm
gonna need a team. I'm gonna need.
Honestly, I think. Just understanding, just because I work in the business side as well as the creative side with radio and etc., I get both sides, and it's like, at the end of the day, for an artist to really sometimes get to that next point, that label bag with a label access is undeniable. And despite it being how it looks right now, signed with the label, and like the negative and the positive reactions to that, a label bag sometimes is so necessary just for that next stuff you might want to need. If you need the extra bag, you need the extra team. They can deliver that sometimes, and sometimes it's actually more beneficial. It's hard, you know.
Even these people who are independent, they have label.
I already know. That's the thing. It's like niggas don't even understand that.
So I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff, but I definitely think that it's going to take me to the next level of where I want to be.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm excited for where you're going. I'm excited for what you're doing, and
I appreciate that.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
What do you really want in the next 10 years for you personally?
10 years? Wow. 10 years, I'll be 32. Definitely want to be established as one of the greatest. You know, I feel like that's not too cliche to say, or whatever that may be.
Definitely.
If you know, the MJs and the Chris Browns and the Biebers, you know, they can all do it, then it's kind of like, why can't I?
Facts.
So I just want to be one of the greatest, one of the biggest.
Who are the greatest to you? The ones you look to daily, like, yo, you inspire me to want to keep building, keep being that star.
I'm gonna definitely say musically, right now, who's popping right now is just in general.
In general, like people who inspired you growing up, people who make you want to just keep going. Just
I would definitely say
a top 5 you can, not in order, but like
I would definitely say Boys and Men's one. I say Usher has to be one. Chris Brown musically. You know, I think he's. Chris Brown
I feel you with the side note.
His work ethic's crazy. I feel like he's always doing something.
Definitely.
I would definitely say Justin Bieber too, for the whole YouTube thing and how he kind of changed the whole face of the internet.
Just in terms of like figuring out the pathway.
Yeah,
like he had that formula down pat.
Bieber is the reason why everyone's on social media and doing stuff. So definitely that, and then of course you have to Michael Jackson. That'd be stupid of me not to say so. And just his work ethic and how much he any video you watch of him, any time you see him perform, you can tell like it's like I can't even put words into it because he's super inspiring. And I would say that's definitely my top 5, but I wish we could do 6. I like Drake.
I mean, we could always do 6.
I like Jizzy.
At the same time, bringing those inspirations, how do you figure out a way sometimes to blend that old school or that new school with your current sound for right now?
You know, I think the best way for what I have done is I listen to what's popping, and then I will stay away from music for months probably.
Interesting.
Months, and just because I was in a period of my life where I was only listening to like specific artists that I really liked, and then I was sounding like them. And I was like, I don't know who I am as an artist. I don't want to sound like everybody else. Which is why I feel like my music kind of had its own little lane. I just stayed away from music for a long time, and I literally only was listening to my stuff and critiquing myself, and just being super hard on myself. So
for sure.
Yeah, and I also want to add in Jay-Z. Jay-Z super inspired.
All right, so we got 7.
Jay-Z, just for the fact that dude.
You low key messed up my question, but it's okay.
I'm sorry.
We can do 7. We can always make it 7 now.
Just he went through a lot. The dude did no label.
I feel like it's impossible to just do 5.
It is.
Low key. But you sent me a track that you started working on recently called Date Night, correct?
Yeah. We just wrote that like a week ago.
I want to play that.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Bump it.
What, Billboard 200?
Oh my God, yo.
All that shit, 100.
We still wouldn't be bumping the album. It'd be new to us.
It'd be so new every week.
And that's what I'm trying to say,
because our fans are so small.
Yeah,
Facts.
so trying to switch it up a little.
Yeah, I'm excited for you.
I appreciate that so much.
Thank you so much.
Shout out to you. Shout out. I am 1 a.m. radio, right?
1 a.m. radio.
1 a.m. radio. Powered by Yes Jules.
Yes.
I wish she was here. I wanted to meet her too.
We can arrange that. I'll make sure that happens. I'm gonna tell her how fire you are. We can make that.
Nah, do that for me, please. I've been trying to. I follow her, but she don't follow me back. So
that's usually what goes.
I was like, okay.
With female influencers, but I'll make sure.
I got a blue check, but she don't care.
But once she's put on, she's sold. So like, when she likes first she's put on too, she's sold.
Yeah, no, she seems super like with the culture and with the movement of music. So that's
So I got you. Let's do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate that.
Much love. Thank you.